Hey, boys and girls. We're going to be taking a look at our geography lesson 4 today. So you're going to need your fact files, you're going to need your glue stick, you're going to need your scissors, and you're going to need your notes, which is the United States of America, and you're going to need the map that looks like this. So let's go ahead and get our fact files ready. And of course, at any time you need to pause so you can get caught up, you can. I hope you guys have been studying your notes. We're going to start here on the back of our last page we used. Our last page was the North American map. So now we're going to go on the back of that page and we're going to glue in our, glue in our notes. So get your glue stick and glue on the back. You want to put enough that it'll be sticky, but if you don't put enough, it'll stick for now, but it'll come off later. So put enough that it'll stick for good. Okay, then you're going to need your map. And the map, again, is just a little bit too big for our page. So with your scissors, you're going to cut off the extra paper. That's around the edges. So then your map should fit on here. And you can do it however you want. Either way, doesn't matter. Since it's sideways, Mrs. Medved, and not... Okay, so... All right, so now you should have your notes and your map ready to go. Okay, so let's switch over to our note page. And let's look. So we learned last time that we live on the continent of North America, and that on the continent of North America there are a variety of countries, but there are 3 big ones, and that's Canada, the United States of America, and Mexico. Well, we live in the country of the United States of America. So on your notes, you are going to fill in the name of our country. So it says we live in the country, now we're going to write United, U, capital U, N-I-T-E-D, capital S for states, S-T-A-T-E-S, of America. And that's the whole name of our country, United States of America. So the U and the S and the A need to be capitalized because that's part of its formal name. Now, if you need to pause again, go ahead and pause and get caught up. The United States is made up of smaller regions called states, And the United States has how many states? The United States has 50 states. So we're going to go back to our notes and we're going to just fill in here 50. 5 tens, 0 ones, 50 states. The flag of the United States has blank, one for each state. So let's think of our flag. And our flag has some stripes, and it has some stars, and it has the colors red, white, and blue on them. And one of those things represents the states. Well, boys and girls, the thing that represents the states are stars. So in here it says the flag of the United States has 50 stars. So in here you're going to write 50 stars, one for each state. So a flag is a symbol of a country, and in this case our country's flag looks like this down here. Okay, but we have other symbols for the United States. When people see them, they think of the United States, and one of them is the Statue of Liberty. And that's its full name, so the S needs to be capitalized and the L. Oops. Statue of Liberty. And then another symbol is the Liberty Bell. So when you see these two things, among others, they often represent the United States of America, just like our flag. So we're going to watch a short brain pop about the symbols of our country. But before we do, I want you to think about a question. Did our flag always have 50 stars? Did our flag always have 50 stars? So I want you to think about that. We're going to watch this short brain pop, I hope.
It's a present for Jen, my pen pal in China. He's never been to America, so I'm sending him stuff that tells about our country. Good idea, Moby. We should give Jen a flag. It's an important symbol of the United States. What is a symbol anyway? A symbol is something that stands for something else. Well, a heart is a symbol of love, and a dove is a symbol of peace, and a four-leaf clover stands for good luck. Oh, right. A horseshoe also stands for good luck. Different symbols can stand for the same thing. What are some objects that stand for the United States? The American flag is a symbol of the whole country. It has 50 stars, which stand for the 50 states. And there are 13 stripes, which stand for the 13 colonies that became the first states. Each state has its own flag, too. I love looking at state flags because they're all so different. Each state also has trees, animals, and even fossils that stand for the whole state. Oh, right. I almost forgot. The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, and it represents strength and freedom. The Liberty Bell also represents freedom. The Liberty Bell used to hang in Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The bell rang to announce the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Liberty Bell stands for freedom and independence. Yeah, that is a big crack. That's the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886 as a sign of friendship. It's on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. Many immigrants, or people who came from different countries, used to reach America by boat. The Statue of Liberty welcomed them to their new home. The Statue of Liberty stands for freedom, hope, and friendship between countries. A symbol doesn't have to be an object. It can also be a building. What are some buildings that stand for the United States? This is the Washington Monument. A monument is something that is built to honor an important event or person. The Washington Monument was built to honor George Washington. He helped the United States become a country and was the first president. He's known as the father of our country. Well, that's the Lincoln Memorial. It honors Abraham Lincoln, a president who kept the country together during the Civil War and helped to end slavery. No, that's not a memorial. That's the White House. The White House is where the president lives and works. The Capitol building is where Congress meets. And the United States Supreme Courthouse is where judges make decisions about laws. These 3 buildings are symbols of the United States government. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me, Moby. What other ways do we honor the United States? The Star-Spangled Banner is our national anthem. That means it's a song that stands for the whole country. Some classes face the flag to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise to respect the United States. What else is a symbol of the United States? Good idea. There's that saying, American as apple pie. Moby, what else did you put in there?
Okay, boys and girls, so I asked you before this started whether or not the United States always had 50 stars on its flag. And what do you think? Well, if each star represents a state, you learned last year in first grade that we started with 13 states. So no, it didn't always have 50 stars. It started with 13 stars. Okay, boys and girls, we're not going to do anything with this map today because this map is a complete map of the United States with all 50 states, including Alaska, our biggest state, and Hawaii, our island state. So what you need to do, though, is go back now and study your notes, look over them, ask yourself questions, or have somebody else who's with you ask you questions from those notes so that you're constantly studying and not waiting till the last minute to get ready for the test. So that is all, boys and girls, and I